Hello, this is Mr. Mobility. The iPhone 16 Pro Max hit the market in September 2024, a year after the 15 Pro Max was released. If you're shopping for the most premium iPhone at this time, my job in this video is to present to you the differences between these phones. Physically speaking, they are almost exactly the same. There's some very tiny 0.1, 0.15 millimeter, 0.0 something inches differences here and there, but they're pretty much, if you held them in your hands, you'd be hard pressed to tell the difference. Of course, the 16 Pro Max is a little bit taller, but in terms of weight, these are hefty devices. Unfortunately, from my own perspective, they are quite hefty. Both of them weigh above 200 grams. The iPhone 15 Pro Max weighs 221, while the 16 Pro Max weighs 227 grams. These things are heavy. Why? So this year, there has been an upgrade in the size of the display from 6.7 inches on the 15 Pro Max to 6.9 on the 16 Pro Max. There has also been an upgrade in terms of display resolution. The 15 Pro Max has 1290 by 2796 pixels, while the 16 Pro Max has 1320 by 2868 pixels. So the 16 Pro Max, again, it has the bigger screen, it has a higher display resolution. So what's next? Perhaps the biggest difference between these two devices, the processors. The 15 Pro Max has the Apple A17 Pro, while the 16 Pro Max has the Apple A18 Pro. The difference in performance is huge. At least that's what the benchmark tests tell us. I expect that in real life as well, you'll be able to feel a slight improvement in performance. The A17 Pro is clocked at 3.78 gigahertz, while the A18 Pro is clocked at a maximum of 4.05 gigahertz. Actually, that's the maximum. It's not a fixed figure, but that's the highest clock of these processors. So, on to photography. The selfie cameras are the same. Same. So, you're not getting any difference. The improved processor will likely get you better photo images and all that, and videos, but the hardware of the selfie cameras have remained the same. So if we flip over to the back of the two phones, the main camera has stayed the same. The periscope telephoto camera has stayed the same. So for the most part, really, you're getting the same camera. It's the same hardware for those two lenses. Now, where the difference happens is with the ultra wide camera. It was a 12 megapixel unit on the 15 Pro Max. It is now a 48 megapixel unit on the 16 Pro Max. It means you're going to get more details out of your ultra wide pictures, and plus any other improvements that the more powerful, more capable processor brings to photography. In terms of connectivity, the 15 Pro Max has Wi-Fi 6E, while the 16 Pro Max has Wi-Fi 7. Also, the 15 Pro Max has a smaller battery compared to the 16 Pro Max. The difference is about 200 milliamp hours. Yeah, that's significant. If you're stuck in a hard place and you're running out of battery, you will realize how significant that is. How is charging? Both of them have the same power delivery 2.0, which charges the battery from 0 to 50% in about 30 minutes, while the 15 Pro Max has 15 watt wireless charging. It's limited to 15 watts. The 16 Pro Max has 25 watt wireless charging, so it should charge faster wirelessly. They have the same reverse wireless charging speed. The RAM and storage specifications are the same. Also, it must be mentioned, the 16 Pro Max comes with AI this, AI that, blah, 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 blah. But in all, this are the differences between the iPhone 15 Pro Max and the iPhone 16 Pro Max. How about the pricing? The 15 Pro Max costs $716, while the 16 Pro Max costs $1,188. That's about $472 price difference between the two of them. Those differences worth $472. Depending on the country you are in, have a look at the figures and see whether it makes sense to you. Whichever of these two devices you go for, you're getting a top-notch product anyway. So over to you. Are you going to buy the 15 Pro Max or the 16 Pro Max? Let me know in the comment section below. Of course, you already know that Apple is great with software updates. So the software and enhancements that the 16 Pro Max gets, most of it will get to the 15 Pro Max. Most of it, So your call. Let me know how you choose to spend that money. I'll see you in my next video.